Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Theta. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we do have the same Fibonacci retracement that we've had for a very long time. If you don't know how to use the Fib retracement, make sure to check out the link in the description. Now, taking a look at Theta, as you can see, we do have the Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing high in May of 2021 and the swing low printed in July of 2021. And obviously, since May, we've been in this downward slope, and we got to our second Fib level, which was our capitulation target. And right now, our next major level above us is the 1.618 at $1.39.5. That's going to be our major resistance level. Also, on the weekly chart, if we just quickly switch over to the weekly, you can see that this pink resistance trend line is something that we have retested multiple times with wicks and with this touch over here. Then we broke below in April. So potentially what could happen is that we might run into that level as resistance before we break it. So we might see a little back test of resistance, pullback, and then a move above it, hopefully. Now moving back to the daily, if I bring out the daily RSI, as you can see, we had another move towards the green support block. And this was a nice entry point for anyone looking to dollar cost average into Theta. This green block here was a great entry point. And now potentially we are going to be running into either one of these yellow resistance trend lines. So the one that's above here has actually been our support for quite a while, and we lost it as support here in February, and now potentially we're coming back up for that back test of resistance, and now we might see another move to the downside from there. So once you come back down to this green block, I would say that's a great entry. And other than that, that's pretty much everything. If we continue moving to the upside, we break these resistance trend lines and you get overextended above the RSI of 70, then you're overbought. If you're looking for a swing trade, you could wait until you do that and just sell and then buy back at a pullback if you're willing to take that risk. If not, just stay safe and hold your crypto until the next bull market. So taking a look at the smaller fib that we have set up over here from the high in November to the swing low in October, we bounced off the 1.618 here twice in December and January a few months ago. We had a nice break to the upside. We back tested this previous resistance as support, which was perfect. And now we're seeing another move to the upside. And we're managing to break above the golden ratio, which is the 0.618 Fibonacci level. We're breaking above the golden ratio, the EMAs. So things are looking good for Theta right now. Bitcoin is attacking $28,000. So this could end up being a nice altcoin season if Bitcoin decides to stagnate a little bit and just consolidate while altcoins shoot up. Theta could see a pretty strong move to the upside. If we drop in a Fibonacci retracement here from that swing low to that swing high, we could be looking at $1.63. But we could also run into the minimal target at the 1.272 Fib at $1.43. And that target there lines up with the 1.618 of the larger Fib and the pink trend line that we just discussed. So yeah, that's what we have regarding the smaller Fib retracement. As you can see, we're running into the 0.5 here at $1.10. I would be looking for entries into Theta at around about $1. I'm potentially going to be entering, and obviously my patrons will be alerted as soon as I do enter. But that's not going to be happening right now, as I don't really like buying into these uptrends. I like buying when prices are dropping. So let's switch over to the Binance website. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart on Binance, as you can see, we're coming back to retest the pink support trend line right now. That was our major resistance level in November 2021 and March 2022, and we broke above it in January. We're coming back for a retest of support, and now we're moving to the upside. So we want to get out of this green resistance block. We want to solidify above the 20 EMA here, which is at around about $1.06. So we want to do that, and hopefully we're going to get dragged all the way to the upside here. We get the bullish cross on the weekly, and that's going to be your major bullish indicator. But that needs to happen on Bitcoin's chart first, because if this happens on an altcoin, we can't really guarantee or expect a bull market, right? It is possible an altcoin could have a bull market of its own, but we do need, generally speaking, we do need Bitcoin to be in a bull market for altcoins to appreciate. So I would say breaking the August 2022 high is going to be a major indicator that we have bottomed out at 75 cents roughly here, 73 cents. And that is our bottom for now. If we see a capitulation for some reason, you could be targeting 73 cents for entries here. So you could set up some buy limit orders in advance. Taking a look at the weekly RSI, as you can see, we didn't come back to the pink trend line to retest it as support, which I was expecting, to be honest with you. So I do think that's still possible. That's still on the cards. So be on the lookout for this. Be on the lookout for the lower pink support trend line. The volume indicator, we're getting good volume, okay volume, I would say, not obviously not the 2021 January kind of volume, but still, this is a bear market, so we have to appreciate whatever we're getting. So the MACD is doing great. We're starting to get above the histogram here. Everything's looking set for a nice move to the upside. Now, I am going to be expecting a break to the downside or some sort of a pullback before summer. So we could continue this into April, into May potentially. Then we could drop down, because I'm expecting another move to the upside into August of 2023. And from August/September, we could see a pullback towards the end of the year. And then from there, we start building towards the bull market. That is what I'm expecting based on previous historic data. So that is pretty much everything regarding the charts here. If I jump into the stochastic, as you can see, we went all the way down here. So based on the stochastic, this is still a good buying area. And based on the price action, $1.08 is still pretty cheap in my opinion. You could wait for a little pullback potentially for a higher low here, coming down to 95-ish cents. That's going to be a nice entry. But based on the stochastic right now, this is a good entry point, just like we had a good entry point here at the start of January. Unfortunately, here I was in Italy, so I didn't manage to follow. I didn't have enough time to follow crypto as thoroughly as I usually do. And I would have had some nice entries in January if I wasn't away. And if we go to the 3-day chart, as you can see, we're just starting to pull back down toward or away from the overbought here. So potentially you could be doing something like this for the next few weeks until you bottom out and you have that next move to the upside into May or the end of May or early June. So yeah, things are looking interesting right now. Definitely be careful with your crypto, because if you want to be swing trading, we could see a strong move to the upside and you might just miss out on the move to the upside. So make sure you are careful. And if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. Long term, what we're looking at for Theta is, I think we've discussed it. So here's what we're looking at long term for Theta. So $75 is going to be our major bull market target at $75 billion. If you want to be looking more conservative, which I do like, and we could be targeting $42, which is going to be slightly less, and that's okay. From where we are right now, that's still a 43x, which is incredible. That's going to be a lot of money, guys. So make sure you are building your positions in a bear market and make sure you're taking profits during the bull market. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye.